She gets that big dong.
Okay, so Kit Harington, I actually don't think is as hot as everybody thinks he is.
He's a pretty beautiful boy.
Here's
Like-
the thing, you're wrong about that
like-
because he's gorgeous.
I can see other people being really hot, but Kit Harington is not hot, and also he stole my name. I had it first. Damn it.
That's probably
My
true.
name's Kit.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, it's like it's close, but like, it's.
I was called Kit way before he was on before Game of Thrones even started.
I mean, he was alive before Game of Thrones started. But I'm just.
But is
Yeah,
that
but
his
his
real
name
name
wasn't
or is
Kit
that a
Harington.
pseudonym?
Yeah, he that's not his real name.
What's his real name?
He legally changed it to Kit Harington.
His real name's Michael.
Christopher. No, it's Christopher Catsby Harrington.
Christopher.
His name is Chris.
Christopher. Yeah.
Hey!
He
I'm
stole
basically
two
Jon Snow.
names.
Wow, what a bitch! Steal all these fucking names.
We should invite
Right?
that boy on GoBicker.
Oh,
Hey,
actually,
we should-
I had an idea. I finally realized how we can get a guest on the podcast, like a proper one. My idea is Greg Miller from Kinda Funny, but like we just like we mentioned the fact that because I started GoBicker with the copying Kinda Funny, we post something and they're like subreddit or something, being like, hey man, we owe Kinda Funny anything. If anyone from Kinda Funny wants to be on a podcast, we'd love to have you. But then we mentioned that we do it on the 2-year anniversary, so that gives them plenty of time to be like, oh yeah, I'm not doing anything that day.
No.
I'll make sure not to, go travel the country or whatever.
Gives them plenty of time to type a strongly worded
Yeah.
no.
Well, yeah. Well, it should happen.
It'd be good.
But-
Yeah. We can get some boys. We can get some boys on this. For the 2-year anniversary, when we do our
Just,
24-hour podcast.
I think we just start randomly messaging random people.
There's
Just go
that
to
too.
different YouTube channels and just start typing in with the GoBicker, like, hey, I love your video. Maybe you should come join our podcast at some point.
It can't just be random people though. It has to be like people that we want to talk to. That's why that's why GoBicker is a super group as it is. Like it's a very obscure, we'll say, niche maybe, super group, but like it's super and a group.
I also just realized, since we just started recording, there's no explanation for why my picture is Ochako. I have just started watching My Hero Academia, and it's one of the best shows, if not the best show on the planet.
She's spitting out something white.
She's spitting because Ida was being stupid.
What?
He's
Oh,
being like,
Ida.
I'm a villain.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It was
man.
fucking. It was
It's so
stupid.
good.
It's a good show. It's
that's a
really
good
good.
idea, boy. Yeah. Good idea, Kit. Leave the sweeb shit.
She's laughing.
I think it's really funny that me and Maya, of
You two
course,
have
we're
your
like,
own weed.
we're both like, oh, you, over everything. The same shit, I bet. Have you even watched it?
Yeah?
Oh.
You've watched it?
Zero
Wait,
idea what it is. I just like shitting on things.
so wait, you watched it and you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
How far did you watch
What the
into it,
fuck?
though?
I've seen it. Like, my brother made me watch it. So, like, he's really big in anime and stuff, and I appreciate it. I think it's actually good for an anime.
It's just good in general.
Yeah, it's just good.
Fuck, I hate you.
Dude, okay, I say it's good, and then they're like, no, it's good.
Yeah, but that's like, okay, hold
You
on,
said
no,
good
it's
for
like,
anime. You're like,
yeah, it's exactly like being like, oh, you're pretty for a fat girl. Like, it's you're adding that little dig to it that's making it not so sincere.
Whoa. First off, I wouldn't say a fat girl is pretty, so we can take that right out.
wow, that's mean.
Just kidding.
Jesus
Everybody's
Christ.
beautiful for their own way.
Well,
Fuck you. You're beautiful.
we need
For
to
a
get a
fat
shirt.
girl.
We need to get a shirt. I'll keep going.
Fuck you, you're
Fuck
beautiful.
you, you're beautiful. But we gotta make sure one of
Please.
his eyes is kind of closed because he's drunk, you know?
I'd buy that shirt. I'd say I'd buy that shirt.
Yeah, you didn't buy the shirts for Boston.
Boston.
Shut
Did
your
you ever
cock
get?
holster.
Hey, listen. It's been like a week since I've asked you. Did you ever get any confirmation from your boss?
No, and that fucker's on vacation right now, so it ain't
God
gonna happen until
damn
next
it.
week.
We gotta know soon.
I mean, like, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm okay with not going. It still spooks me.
Hey.
My bowels
listen,
will be at rest.
you guys are great. I guess it still spooks me.
Not really, but kinda.
Speaking of that, welcome, of course, to episode 30 of the most friendly weeby podcast on the internet. Not really, but kinda. I'm, of course, joined by the man above me in the
3
video, but below me in
decades.
bed, Chris.
Hey, no.
The man
that's
to
not
my
what the
left
fanfic
who's never
said.
right.
That's not what the fanfic
Kit.
said, Terry.
And the person I don't have a nickname for, Maya.
Yay!
Wait, what was my nickname? I didn't hear it. Chris was talking.
What he said for you was the man to the left of me who's never right.
Okay, that was actually pretty good.
I'll buy that one.
I'll like Hero Academy for that.
For that
decent.
one?
That gets
For
a
a
nudge
fat
up.
girl.
Okay, so I gotta think how I want to start this. So
Are we delving into our
So-
third?
Let's delve into the third
So-
episode of
Ring to
Terry's
bell.
psyche.
because this show is now. Wait, I should just rename it to Terry's therapy session because that's all it
Terry's
is.
therapy.
Terry's therapy.
Terry's therapy. Wow,
Ter-apy.
therapy. Those are both good. I like them.
That
So
was terrible.
I'll just start
Terrible.
off. Before we get too far into it, I'm ignoring it. I'm moving on. I'm moving past it.
Oh, watch this. We laugh at stupid stuff.
You're going places, kid.
It's bad.
Not far, but places.
Wait, I'll wait.
Did you just say you'll wait? What
I'll
are you, a fucking teacher?
I'll wait. Students.
I mean,
You're the ones that are gonna get an F, not me.
yeah, exactly. This
I
is
already
your grade.
graduated.
For the past 4 or 5 years, my sister has consistently spoken in Pig Latin.
What?
Is this the therapy section?
No, I was.
The
if
Pig
you were,
Latin?
if you were gonna let me finish, I would have said before we properly get into that. I just want to bring this up because I know I'm not gonna be able to shove it in anywhere else, and I wrote it down because it's really fucking weird. Consistently,
Like all the time?
pretty frequently, yeah. Like when she's having like her screaming matches at my parents, then no, she's like just talking normally. But like other than that, when she's talking, it's like half of her sentence is always in Pig Latin, and it's been like
Why?
4 or 5 years. I
That's
don't know.
so annoying.
It's so weird. It's really annoying, and I don't get it. Like,
Do we
like
have her on the podcast?
I mean, God, no, she's boring as fuck. Let me tell you. But
She speaks in Pig Latin. That's gotta be something.
it's just like listen, it's not great. It's boring and annoying and dumb, and I hate it.
I saw a dude today that was literally the fattest dude I have ever seen in my entire life, and it blew me. His
Are you
leg
sure?
was as big as my person.
Have you seen the video of me last year?
This
I was-
dude, he chungus. He's
chungus.
huge. It's like I was sitting there eating lunch in a burger place, and this dude just walked up and he sat down, and I looked at the chair and I looked at the dude and thought, this isn't gonna end well. He lapped over the chair
Oh boy.
in all 4 directions, and he could barely reach the table in front of him
Oh,
because of his
that's
stomach.
That's a hefty little boy. Yeah.
He was a chunker.
Yeah.
So it's
And-
like my cat if it was a.
Yeah. But like seriously, this dude's leg was as big as like my torso.
Oh
It
no.
was scary.
I went into a donut store once. It was probably Krispy Kremes. And you know how they have like seats and stuff there so that you can just sit there and eat your donuts and while watching donuts being made or something like that?
Like some kind of farm animal.
Yeah. I went in there and I started ordering food and and like a family came in and sat down there, and it was like a family of everybody in that family was like how Chris described the other guy, and that made me not want donuts anymore. Like I was like, I'm like 2 donuts away from that. So
Yeah.
It makes
this
you
is
wonder
their
though, like,
dinner apparently. So.
at what point?
Nice
I mean,
family
like,
dinner.
How do these people not think? You know what? I should change some shit about my life.
Yeah, because that dude sat down. He was eating a double bacon cheeseburger. It
Yeah.
was huge. Because I mean, I could even see in the waitress when she brought out his food, like in her eyes, where she wanted to say, like, "You sure you don't want a salad, Tiny?"
Yeah.
But she.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate people like we talked about in the pre-show at patreon.com/GoBicker. We talked about Tom Segura a little bit, and I appreciate that him and Bert Kreischer and Fearless Comedians, they are very pro fat shaming, and they fat shame each other a lot because, sometimes you kind of need it. Like, that's kind of why it's good that I fucking hate myself, because if I didn't fat shame myself a little bit, I would still be like,
Chungus.
I mean, I'm not small now, but like I would be way bigger. So kind of good. It's good to kind of, have some way, shape, or form realize that it's not healthy.
Because that boy clearly has never been told to put a hamburger down.
Right.
Because he just, big old boy.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan on fat shaming, but I am a huge fan for staying healthy. So it's kind of a fine line.
Sometimes you kind of need that little push.
Yeah, it's like, it's a push. I mean, yeah, it's better when it's like your friends, like it is with Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone up to this dude and be like,
well,
man, buy a treadmill.
Yeah, no, there's no need to fat shame strangers, but...
fat shaming strangers is wrong, but...
I'll do it on the internet.
Call your friends fat all you want.
I've mentioned it to you guys before. You should have done a little bit of fat shaming to me.
That's why I'm doing suicide shaming.
Okay.
Just do it.
Wait, no.
Kill yourself.
That's not shaming, that's encouraging. It's the opposite.
Only pussies do suicide.
I actually, editing, speaking of whatever, I don't know. I got one tear editing last episode, listening to myself talk. I was like, man, I was like,
that was a buck wild episode.
Like, man, I'm a sad boy. But that transitions nicely into what I want to talk about now, because
Ter-apy.
the top thing on Ter-apy this week is the fact that talking about it for the last few weeks has actually been kind of helpful, and it's not great, and it depends on the time of day, but things are a little better now, and it's kind of nice. So that's why we're gonna continue it today. So, and my big problem.
I'm gonna cry.
My big problem this week is that.
Just kill yourself.
No.
Okay.
Knife wall.
Sure. Knife wall. Knife wall. Knife.
I keep thinking of things. Now, this is the worst part. This is the worst episode of Ter-apy, because I can't talk about any of the things that I've thought about now. Like,
yes, you can.
No, I can't, because here's why. Because this is okay. So I have a list, because either they will reveal trade secrets about myself that they just can't be said, or they're just truly awful things about other people or like society or whatever. Like, for example, the one I can say, Friday, so at some point in the last few days, I was playing GTA with somebody, and we were kind of chatting, and as we do, that's what we do. We go on GTA, we drive around, and we just chat about whatever. And we were talking. He mentioned how he's trying to get a laptop from work because it's like programming and modeling, and he needs kind of like a beefy little laptop, but one that he could transport around to do his work, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? But anyway, so as soon as he said, yeah, I'm really just trying to get this laptop, I really want this laptop. And the first thing that came to my head is, and I really want to kill myself. And it's like,
oh, no.
And it's like, it's not productive. It doesn't contribute. It's just sad. And I'm like, why? Why, brain? Why do you do that? I'm so fucking sick of it, and it's gotten worse over the last few weeks, because it's just like, whether it be like I'll be sitting there, like I was sitting in the shower and I would think something about something, but again, this is the worst episode of Ter-apy now, because I can't actually say what I was thinking.
No, I just want to know.
It's
just say the word.
Trade secrets, top secret, can't do it. And plus, I can
What do you
barely.
mean trade secret?
These are trade secrets. They're in the vault. Can't come out. That's why it's the worst episode. So
just let him come out. That way we know.
Additionally to them being
post.
secrets, I can remember like the general gist of it, but in addition to them being secrets, I can barely remember exactly what they were. So it's like I couldn't really repeat it if I wanted to.
Remember your secrets?
But either way, so it's like I'll be sitting there in the shower and I'll think of like a joke or something, and I'll be like, yeah, but you can't ever say that though, that'll never fly, because it's like you start basically, these are like relationship ruining things I'm thinking about.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
For one reason or another, take that as you will, because there's several different reasons for it, but it's not great. But like,
Jerry's gonna say the N-word.
No,
finally.
Jerry's gonna destroy his friendship with me by saying the N-word.
It's never racist. It's never.
Oh, it's just something that would like destroy us.
No, it's
the three
It
amigos.
would bring
Okay.
Bear
with
to its
you.
knees.
It's just like you can't.
amigos.
It's one of these. You gotta be careful. Can't be revealing these secrets. There's not dark. That's the thing. They're kind of mundane, but it's like I know that they could.
I want to know,
can't.
but I
I just
don't.
can't.
But I
I
really
really
do.
like. That's the thing. Like, I also really want to know, but I also
At
kind
the
of know.
very least, a lot of them they're funny enough where it's like at least I can give myself a little chuckle every once in a while.
So they're funny jokes that are at the expense of
No, they're not.
somebody else.
It's just again, it's really tricky to talk about because it's not.
Are they jokes at the expense of yourself or others?
So it depends. They're not at the expense of others generally. It's really you just can't.
What could it be?
You'll never know.
I don't like Terry's vault of mystery.
He's shrouded in mystery.
You'll never know.
His mind is an enigma wrapped
Yeah,
in mystery.
It's what's the dumb thing about it, and I think I wrote this down. And I think this is the train of thought. It's like, all right, so I've kept a lot of shit bottled up for a long time. I don't tell anybody anything, and then
Right.
so the last couple of weeks I start kind of revealing secrets, and then my brain's like, all right, now tell them everything. I'm like, no, I can't.
no.
You started like trying to leave little tiny breadcrumbs, leaving a little taste. It's like how serial killers will be like, "Here you go, police, try and catch me now." But now you're like throwing loaves of bread, like take it.
It's just
Yeah.
chunking loaves of bread at random bystanders.
But there's some loaves of bread that are.
Let me tell you.
They say, "Do not throw," and I'm like, but I kind of wanna.
It'd make a nice thud if I hit that pigeon with it.
Yeah. So it's and some of these thoughts they're just like recurring. Then those are the worst ones. So I'm like I can never bring that up, but they keep like I'll be sitting there and think about it, I'm like fuck I'm thinking about it again, and it just keeps going and going and going, and I'm like
I just want to know what it is. Now it's just curiosity.
that sucks, doesn't it?
What?
So anyway,
I'm gonna have to knife wall myself.
yeah, like I'll say at the very least, most of these aren't like dark, depressing, suicidal type jokes or anything. At the very least, because those I'll just tell.
good.
I'll just tell those.
No, but it makes me happy that they're not like sad.
Yeah, no, they're it's a tricky thing, you know, or
It's
you
a
don't know
tricky
because
thing,
I'm not telling you.
Tricky dicky.
Don't. We gotta find Terry's diary.
Dear
What?
diary.
Listen, okay, how stupid do you think I am that I'm gonna keep physical evidence of these things? I'm very secretive and sly.
scream them
Because
into
listen,
the
I'm
ether.
also super paranoid. So also I'm like, all right, what if the government is listening? And the government wouldn't give a shit about this stuff. But the government's listening, so I got to delete all traces of everything. And it's like honestly, if my VPN worked a little better, I'd probably use a VPN just all the time everywhere. But a lot of time it's kind of like, but also a lot of time I'm like, oh no, the government's listening to me watch. Oh, okay, this reminds me of something else. Government's listening to me watch this fucking Skyrim video. Oh god, oh no. So it's like, who cares? But speaking of Skyrim videos, this reminds me. So
We are now 7
this-
layers deep
Whoa,
in Terry's
before
mind.
we go to the Skyrim video,
okay.
No, we're playing 6 degrees of separation. We gotta
just
keep going.
fell down a staircase, ladies and
this is-
gentlemen.
this is him leading us completely away from the topic.
6 degrees of separation. You keep up or you get lost.
The Skyrim thing is really quick. Okay. So a couple days ago, I I cried at a Skyrim video. And not even just like a video, a tutorial.
Oh my god.
And the reason I cried, so I was watching this modding tutorial thing, and I was kind of following along. And at one point, he goes, "All right, good, you know, good job, you're doing it." And I was like, "Oh, he's being nice to me."
Oh, Terry.
And then then I realized, oh my god, I'm crying at a tutorial because the guy said, you know, he's like, wow, you're
Because he
doing it, good
praised
job.
you
And I was
and
like,
said
oh,
you're
thank you, I am doing a good job. I appreciate it.
That's so sad.
That is
It's
very
the saddest
sad.
thing I know.
You poor boy, crying at Todd Howard's creation.
No, it was a mod's creation. So
Okay.
it's not quite Todd, based on Todd's vision, but
I thought it was gonna be one of those like, oh, you were trying to follow along and it wasn't going your way, and like you were
Just
getting frustrated,
broke
so you
down.
cried. No, you know, here's the thing: I'm a frustrated crier. Like I don't punch things, I don't get angry. If I'm frustrated, I'll cry.
I just like I'll just sit here like, and actually that's the thing I do. I growl.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
When I get really mad, I'm like,
Jerry's a
oh, you
furry.
fucking piece of shit. I'm fucking oh, I'm gonna get you. And that's
Yell.
it feels kind of nice to be like, oh, you fucking piece of shit, when you're really angry. I used to just like punch things, but then like this, drywall doesn't handle.
Drywall's a bad thing to punch.
Yeah, it doesn't handle a lot. There's a hole right there. There's a hole right there.
God.
I got a hole on the other
Dents
side
right
of that
above me.
Minecraft poster.
Luckily, right above me, there's some dents, but
On the ceiling?
How the
Yeah.
fuck did you do that?
Jumping up and down, punching
my
the
ceiling.
ceiling.
No,
Are you Mario?
my ceiling is really short. Don't worry. But like the ceiling right above me, I think there's a board right there. So it would have gone through if there wasn't like.
I think
a
you're in
piece
the
of wood
basement.
there.
I like to think someone's just chilling out in your living room, and all of a sudden your fist just rockets up through the ground.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a few of these holes on the ceiling, especially, have been because someone's upstairs, like tapping on the floor or something. I'm like,
No.
fucking knock it off! So I'm pounding on the ceiling, like, enough. But they don't listen.
Silence.
They don't listen. It's the worst. That about concludes Ter-apy for this week.
Wow, that was short.
Before we conclude therapy,
Okay.
because this is exactly what happened, like I predicted.
Let's do the Q&A portion of Ter-apy now. But I can't answer any questions, so good luck.
So the main question that I
just a
have
cue.
is if the government wouldn't care about it, if it's not really a self-loathing,
It's just like
normal,
It's dumb
who
personal
would
stuff.
care?
I can't say.
The voice inside his head.
It's just dumb personal stuff is all it is. But it's just like jokes and things that it's like related to other things.
B.
I have a morbid
like-
curiosity.
okay, so
I
it's
do
like-
too.
It's
I was
okay.
just
Okay, here it is.
curious.
So the best way to describe it's like there's a circle. Like imagine like a circle in the center, and it's like this
Okay.
is like the idea of or whatever. This is the thing. The thing I can't talk about, and I keep thinking of jokes referencing the thing. So okay. Actually, it's like this picture of Ochako right there. All these
Ochako.
lines are jokes about things about this
Oh,
about
and
this
they're
picture,
going to
but I
her.
can't talk about it because then you'd be like, oh, because Ochako's right in the middle, so you can't. So you would know then. So that's it. I think.
Okay,
does that make any
so-
sense? Do I
yeah,
need to clarify
actually it
further?
does.
It does.
No,
I
no,
understand what's
okay.
going on.
Yeah,
here.
so basically it's like you have a crush on Chris, and you can't
I mean, we
say
all
that you
do.
have a crush on Chris, and therefore
Okay.
you're trying to make jokes about it.
Now listen.
But you're like,
Stop
oh, well, I
doing
can't
that,
say
Chris, I
jokes
hate
about
it.
Chris, because then they'll know that I have a crush on Chris.
Me and Chris have talked about fucking all the time. If that was the
It's
case,
not, this isn't a
I'm-
secret. This
That's
isn't
true.
a
I'm, saying,
secret.
I'm not saying that
in
this
my-
is the
listen,
thing. I'm
in
saying
my-
this is like the thing.
Terry
in
has
my-
a crush.
in my intro, I said, the man above me in the video but below me in bed.
Well, I'm not saying that this is the thing, because, if I guessed
yeah.
the thing, that would be rude for me to say what the thing was, right?
Well, what's the
Terry
thing
has
then?
a
What's
crush
your?
on
I don't
what's
know
your-
what the thing is.
Oh,
I just
love
know
is
that
not a
wasn't the
secret.
thing.
Oh, okay. So the way you're saying that, I'm like, yeah, I thought you had a theory. Well, I wouldn't let you know anyway, but.
Well,
Let's,
I mean,
let's
I
all sit
did.
here and make theories, fan theories
Yeah, let's
about
all
Terry's
guess.
deep, dark secret.
He's planning on murdering everybody in Boston,
Oh God.
I mean, that one.
and he's gonna make
gonna-
jokes about it.
he's
No,
gonna-
actually, I think the
I
government
would
would
listen
care.
again. Very secretive. You wouldn't know. I wouldn't even make
That's
any
true, we
sort of a
wouldn't.
slight reference.
He's just gonna send us anthrax in the
If
mail.
I'm not an idiot. If I'm gonna be committing a crime, I'm not gonna be like, so I committed a crime recently. You know?
He's just the only one. He's like, so the rest of the people aren't gonna be showing up to this podcast anymore.
There's no specific reason. They just didn't
talk
wanna
about
come.
it. It's like there's a circle with a bunch of
They're all
lines pointing.
They're all sick.
But let's just say they are now the circle
They are the
with
circle.
lines coming through it
And there's a lot
and
of
a wall.
There's a lot of lines and blood.
A lot of red lines and drops and things. But we'll never talk about it. You'll never know.
You'll never know.
But yeah.
So what's the thing?
Yeah, what's the thing, bud?
I don't know
Will
what
you
you're
tell
talking
us if
about.
we're not in a podcast?
No. Damn. It's again
Wow.
trade secrets. I can't tell anybody, not a living soul on the
Not
planet.
even like
So
the
What if I
closest
died?
people
Would you
to
tell my
you?
dead soul? Would you come to my funeral and be like, hey,
If you were on your
Kill the
deathbed
man.
and I knew you were gonna die, yeah.
sweet, I just gotta get cancer.
Oh God.
But I'd have to be like 100%. You will be dead in seconds. So you can't be like, well, that's a secret.
You can reach over and be like, diddle pigeons and just joink, pull the cord, and I'll be like,
Again,
"Oh."
it's not. I can't. Never mind. I can't.
He
say.
likes My Little Pony. That's gotta be it.
Oh shit!
God.
He wants to bang.
Because he
Rainbow
keeps on
Dash.
pretending that he hates My Little Pony,
No.
and that's
Again,
what the
I
reference
made
is.
the joke
horse?
earlier. Maybe Terry is a furry.
I
You're
will
a
say
fellow
this.
brony.
I will say this: if it was something I was ashamed of, I still, like a crime, would not reference it even in the slightest.
So you're not ashamed
I'm
of
not
it?
ashamed. I just can't talk about it.
Are you
But
proud
that
of
makes
it?
us want to know
I'm
even
not
more.
Proud.
What could you-
I'm not proud. It's just a thing.
So the
Or
government
maybe
doesn't care about it.
Or maybe it's multiple things. Oh, who knows?
Shit! Well, you've said it's a thing for so long. I would just assume that it's one.
I'm gonna start connecting some lines here. I'm gonna get me some red string and
okay.
start building a board in the
I mean,
background.
there is like a couple things, I guess.
Okay, so the government doesn't care about it.
The government
So
doesn't
it's
care
not
about it. It's
anything to
not
do
a
with the
crime.
government.
It's not a
Well,
furry.
yeah, the government wouldn't care because it's just kind of.
It's not something he's ashamed of.
He hasn't made jokes about it before.
Yeah.
He hasn't made jokes, but he's got some pretty awesome jokes that the
They're
world
not
should
that
probably hear at
awesome.
some
They're
point.
just they're
But-
dumb and.
So he's not ashamed
But
of
yeah,
it.
I mean, the only reason I think of jokes is because I just think I'm always reliving the podcast. I'm like, if I was to talk about this, I'll make up the whole podcast topic about it. So I'm like, oh, this is what Maya would say, this is what Chris would say, this is what Kit would say, and then this is what I would say to interject, and there'd be a really funny joke, ha ha ha. We'd all laugh because I'm pathetic.
I do that too sometimes.
Well,
so.
yeah, what would Kit
Sometimes-
say about this specific thing?
No, I do that too, honestly. Like, sometimes when I'm thinking about things, I'll be like, what would everybody on the podcast say about it? And then I, like, go through that thing as well. I go through, like, oh, this is the entire interaction. And it'd be cut off a lot. And
I feel bad about that. 'cause
Listen,
I-
okay, we need to go back to talking about Ter.
oh, damn it, because I was about to be like, let's go into a Maya therapy session.
I always
for a
hear.
second.
I'm moving. I want to talk about this for a second. We can go back if you really want, but I want to talk about this.
No.
I
We'll
always hear.
We'll go around the circle. Everybody gets therapy today.
I always hear Maya say good jokes or just something to contribute to the conversation, or she's trying to and I. And then Chris is just like, let me tell you about Todd Howard. And I'm like, oh,
Nice.
well, I guess I gotta cut it out because we continue with what
Todd
Chris said.
Howard.
I always feel bad, but you know, that's how the cookie crumbles.
It's the life you gotta live in showbiz. If you're not loud, you don't get heard. But
I'm
that
very
does,
loud
Exactly.
boy, and Todd Howard needs to be heard.
But that does like coincide with what I was gonna talk about. My friend Madeline recently got very angry at me because she thinks I'm turning into a walking doormat. Because here's the thing, I like to be polite and I like to be
Yeah.
respectful. And I like to, you can go after me, or you can go first, like, go ahead. And she's gotten very, very annoyed with it because recently there was a project that I had to do with a partner, and I ended up doing, like, literally all of it. Like, I did almost everything of the project. And I was like, I'm so pissed. Like, fuck this dude. I cannot believe he made me do this. But I didn't yell at him for it, and I didn't tell the teacher about it. And so my friend is like,
yeah, not yelling. Okay, yeah,
You
you
were
live
the
in a
type of
civilized
person
society.
I tried
That's
to
fine.
be
Yeah.
teammates with, so
But-
I didn't have to do work.
well, okay, but here's the thing.
I was
like,
the guy.
You definitely should have told the teacher though, because that's
This
bullshit.
is
And you probably could have got
this
some more
was my
points.
only defense. We had like 3 weeks to do this project. Neither of us, and it was due like this last Friday. Neither of us did it, and neither of us acknowledged it until Thursday night before it was due. And so we didn't finish it by the time class started. And he has this is why sometimes this is sometimes the specific reason why I will partner with him. He has a very good relationship with this teacher. Like, he's had her for several years. And here's the thing. We managed to get by without it being counted as late because he forgot to turn it in. So that's why I was like,
yeah,
I was
okay.
using him as like a little like, I don't want to get a shitty grade for this because it's late. So I'm not going to ruin my chances by telling her, oh, he didn't do anything, if you're going to help me out with it not being late.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's entirely fair. I think.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
try to team with the person fucking the teacher too. So,
Oh God.
No, he's
Wow.
not fucking the teacher. I wouldn't be surprised, though. Well, I mean, I'd be a little bit surprised because she kind of has like this mother-son relationship with him.
I mean,
That's
that's,
the
the
weird
thing.
part.
I mean,
That's a kink. That
Like
is
sometimes
definitely-
sometimes it feels like she treats him better than she treats her actual son, that also goes to the school.
I'm not changing my
they're
theory.
definitely banging.
Then
Holy shit, they might be banging.
There's some rocking going on in there.
someone's rocking that cock and
Sock on the door.
Hey,
type
if I'm
situation.
if I'm getting benefits from it and not getting late on my projects,
But you are getting laid.
I'm not.
okay.
He is.
Now you're okay. So you're disturbed by Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen fucking because they are distantly related, but you're
Yeah, but
totally
she's not
like.
getting
Aunt
any
and
gain
Nephew's
from
not
it.
distantly related, and also
okay,
Travis.
with the idea of two people, one's
No.
a teacher, one is a student in high school, and you're okay with them fucking because I benefit.
No, it's because I know they're not fucking. I'm fine with Daenerys and Kit Harington doing things. Also, it's because I know they're not fucking. That's why.
Also, she doesn't get any benefit from it, so...
She gets that big dong.
What?
That's a nicely isolated audio clip right there.
Please. That's such a good audio clip. That should be the cold open.
It's that big dong.
It's that big dong.
So, not talking about Terry's thing that he can't talk about, his bubble.
Completely eclipsing Maya again.
No, it's fine. We already we did what we did.
She's a doormat, so it's fine.
I am. I've accepted it. My friend hates it, but I've accepted it.
But does everybody else think about what everybody else would say on a podcast about a particular topic?
I
do.
don't. Well, it's not necessarily just the podcast. I do it with all of the people that I interact with on a regular basis.
Yeah,
even
here.
coworkers, I'll think, if this situation happened, how would all of my coworkers respond? How would I respond with my coworkers? You know what I mean? I just have a lot of free time on my hands.
I make a lot of life. Every time I consider making a big life choice, it's weird, but I also strongly consider how's this going to affect GoBicker and how mad is Terry going to be? How much is this going to take me away from the podcast? Because there've been some moments where it's I could do something, but it's I'll miss a lot of podcast time if I gotta do that too. And Terry's gonna be real mad at me.
Don't worry, there's two of us now that will be mad at you.
Yeah.
And then I won't be mad because I'm a doormat.
That's fine.
I don't want you guys to not live your life because of GoBicker. I appreciate when you guys are here, but...
Well, no, it's not. It's never anything massive. It's just it's like this thing with work. It's I could probably make time to do podcast stuff, but also that's a lot of money if I do all this overtime. And it's but Terry might get a little mad if I start missing a lot of podcasts, and I do also want to be on the podcasts. I gotta weigh the options.
Do it. I mean, do what you want. I don't know. I know what I want.
Listen, don't be like Maya. Don't be a doormat. Stand up for yourself.
No.
One thing I will say, I'm very glad that we've had more regular podcasts, because there was this one period of time where we all just didn't talk.
Yeah, that was the that was my
That was
therapy
the depressing
session.
era.
That was my depression part.
No, it made me a lot happier that we're all talking now.
I'm really glad too, especially because going quickly back to Ter-apy because I think we're pretty much done. But so the last few years during the spring semester, I'm a real sad boy now. It goes real low in the spring semester for some reason. I think it's because I'm also I'm so sick of the school year. I want to be done so fucking bad, and it's real. I get I'm real sad, but also really angry at the same time, and so it's just it's really not good. And so it's the fact that the semester hasn't started. Well, by the time this episode comes out, it'll just this. I'll be in the second week, but that hasn't started yet, and I'm already at this point. I'm oh fuck, shit's gonna get bad.
I'm gonna be a real sad boy this year.
Yeah. I'm just so as long as we do the podcast, it'll be fine. As long as I have a little bit of therapy to do every week, it'll be good.
Well, don't worry. I should be able to do therapy anytime.
Yeah.
I can do therapy
as long
on
as it ends before 8 o'clock.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
If it's past 8 o'clock, then you're screwed and knife will.
Yeah, if you're thinking about killing yourself
but
after 8 o'clock,
you're on your own, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't do it.
No, but I have until I'm 25. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, but there's always the risk that you could do it before 25.
Yeah, the day you turn 25 before 8 p.m.
Listen, I'm still a logical person. I've set this I have this goal, or not this. Well, I shouldn't call it a goal, should I?
Oh no!
I
have a 5-point plan for how
You're
I'm going to
making me sad.
a due date, I guess I'll say.
An expiration date.
I will expire in approximately 5 years.
No. Oh no!
Remember to eat Terry before it goes bad.
Oh,
Hey.
I was gonna say, hold on, I'll get back to it.
smell smoke burning.
So every time I think about killing myself, I know. Well, listen, what if it could get better at some point? That's what they always say. But if it doesn't, I got an expiration date. I got a note, so it's fine.
Just remember, you're gonna make Maya real sad. I'll laugh, but it's gonna make Maya real sad.
I mean,
just make sure that we get letters to the funeral. That way we can give the eulogy. Be like, he was joking about this for years. We have video evidence, and
Yeah, we were horrible people to her.
also this is a terrible eulogy, but still.
Have I ever? Okay, so it's been obvious. I'm an emotional person. I have a lot of emotions, a lot of
Really?
sympathy a lot of the time. And I told my friends this. Like, I don't know how I would react if somebody close to me were to kill themselves.
Let's find out.
My only
volunteer.
mode of no, my only mode of the way I can't even think of what I'm trying to say. The only course of action that my brain has decided on in all my time of thinking, what if somebody around me, that's really close to me did kill themselves? I'd be like, well, I'd kill myself too, because I wouldn't know how to process those emotions. Yeah. But it's just purely I wouldn't know how to handle it, so I would end my own life.
So, okay.
Terry, this is a
It's a
2-for-1
domino
deal now.
effect, Terry.
This is a
It's the year
2-for-1
of our
deal.
Lord, whatever year it is when I'm 25. Because me and Maya at that point will have become one person.
So we gotta turn some stuff around now, or we're gonna literally lose half this fake internet company.
It's true.
Oh, why the hell not? I'll hop on the train. Suicide pact.
Hey. Well, I'll do it.
I'm gonna set a
What is
calendar
that,
day
5
real quick.
years? I'll be 35. That's about the end of it anyways, right?
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna be so young. I'll be 22.
Jesus Christ, you're gonna be 22 in 5
But,
years.
hey, at that point,
You'll
you'll
be
have been
able
on
to
Unhappy
drink.
Hour, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have
I
one
would have
last
had my
Unhappy
one
Hour.
good episode of Unhappy Hour.
It'll be episode 5.
Yeah, on episode 5 when we finally, after our
Maya's
next 6-year hiatus.
22. Yeah.
Well, it better not be episode 5.
We gotta do the kink episode before Maya gets on. I don't care how old Maya is. I don't care how many
Why?
relationships she's gone through. I don't want to
Except-
hear Maya talk about her
It'll be
kinks.
none,
Except-
apparently.
But here's the thing. I sort of know what you mean, but I'm also super curious because I just want to
Yeah,
know
I
everything
have a
about
morbid
everyone.
curiosity,
except
but-
I'm not going to say about me though because secret.
Secrets, trade secrets.
Yeah.
Is it kink
What's your
related?
kink, Terry?
No, it's not kink related. No.
No,
Okay.
because it's not embarrassing. Or not,
You're assuming my kinks are embarrassing.
Are you
What is
not
it?
embarrassed?
Embarrassing
by your
is
kinks?
relative to the user.
well, if you weren't embarrassed by your kinks, then why wouldn't you say them?
Because it's not
That's
Unhappy
true.
Hour.
Is it Peggy?
Actually, can I say I'm really disappointed because I'm assuming the next episode of Unhappy Hour is going to be the kink one. I'm really disappointed I'm not going to be 21 to be on it because I really want to be part of that shit show.
we can hold the kink episode off if
But
you
I
want.
really wanna
I am
hear
more
it,
than
though.
willing to
That's-
hold
You
that
could drink
episode
apple
off.
juice.
I really want
Do
to.
you have to? You could
Yes,
be the
no.
designated driver.
No, you have
No.
to drink on that show.
There-
That's
it-
part
that
of
is
it.
what
It's-
it is. I
the
have a
part-
friend
like-
of mine who's wanted to be on the podcast who doesn't drink, and I have refused him because of that very reason.
I feel like you should have one person, only one. You're not allowed to have any more than one person be the designated driver.
No.
No,
the only
'cause
time we're ever doing that
that-
is if we're in a live studio environment and someone else can handle all the painful
Audio
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that way I don't accidentally kick my APC and turn everything off.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, don't
the
do that.
designated driver could take care of everything that's needed, so that you being all drunk don't mess everything up.
I mean, if Chris is drunk, he can still kick his ABC.
That's true.
I,
Yeah, that's true. You
just,
can.
I think Maya just wants to know what your kink is. I think that's what...
I mean, who?
I want to
doesn't?
know
It's just-
everybody's
It's
kinks.
so interesting. Well, it's like the insight into someone's soul. Who wouldn't want to know
It
that?
is.
So,
I think it says a
y'all-
lot about your character.
Yeah, yeah.
what was y'all's he's probably not up there. But what was y'all's official guess for Chris?
Piss.
Oh, it was choking
Yes.
and spanking and
Not piss.
It's really actually Chris's is really violent. It's really
Oh,
he likes
he likes to be-
he likes to pick up people and throw them.
Wait, do I?
That's why he plays with
Wait, what's-
knives. I get it. I can get there.
he likes to be baby bird, where people
Yeah.
throw up in his mouth.
Terry, you should be proud. This is the first
bird.
time I've touched this knife the entire episode.
Oh, actually,
Oh, we're 44 minutes in.
after yelling at you last episode, you know what I heard the entire rest of the episode? Your fucking knife. And in fact, it was louder than usual because it was actually peaking the audio.
Oh no.
Sack of shit. I yelled at you
So
I love
3
you, Terry.
weeks in a row, and then you're like, click, 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 fuck you. And you wonder why I want to kill myself.
No.
Knife wall, knife wall.
I should have never brought up my ingenious invention, knife wall.
No,
knife
see,
wall is amazing.
I'm still a pussy, so I would never do knife wall. I mean,
It's gonna take some courage. You want
Yeah.
to die if you do knife wall.
no, listen, I still really want to die. But that's just too violent.
can
It's too
drink
much.
some
See,
Swallow
I
rat
think
poison.
I think I would do knife wall, and I would write Maya in my own blood.
God.
This is your fault
Wow,
if I
you're
can
bleeding
live
And
that
then
out.
way.
I kill myself.
Copyright Maya 2019.
Knife wall.
Knife wall.
Should we like throw up, like that? The if you need help, go talk to
yeah,
I think we
somebody.
should. Like a suicide
Yeah,
hotline.
I might link a suicide hotline in the last episode and this episode. Yeah.
Let's get real.
Yeah, let's
get
do
real
that.
for a second.
Let's throw
Internet.
the suicide lot. out there.
Don't kill yourself.
Don't be like me.
Listen, it gets
Don't
better.
be like Terry.
It does.
Listen. I
Listen
had a
to
real bad
Quinn.
time last year. I can attest to this. It's all right now. Not super perfect, but I can still annoy Terry with my knife on the podcast. So
And that's all that matters.
Hey, put it away.
Knife wall.
Put it away.
You know what we
He's
need
a
to
teacher.
do, Chris? Just put your hands right here like this the whole time. Just keep them on your headphones. That way I always know what you're fucking doing.
Little do you know, his feet are on his desk right now playing with
Click,
his knife.
click.
I've reached up like a gun, like whoop. You looks like Squidward.
Terry's gonna kill you, Kit. I'm just saying. He sends me death threats every night.
Do you okay?
Yeah, well,
Completely unrelated. Do you guys like text people and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you talk about?
I texted my boss because he seemed like he was sad, and I was like, "Hey, just making sure everything was doing good." Because I'm a kiss ass and like getting paid a lot.
Okay,
of money,
but
so-
let someone you text regularly. Like, it means that regularly, right? Yes.
It's all
I mean, like,
memes.
oh well, regularly would be like my wife,
Okay. And so like I don't
and like
know.
every day
Obviously,
it's, I'm at work.
no specific. So it's just like life updates.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Do you want me to start texting you? Send
No,
me your number. I'll
I
text
mean,
you.
not-
Yeah, I'll
back.
text
that's
you
the
too,
thing.
Terry.
That's the thing. Not really. I don't like the just
But
like
kinda.
I don't like I don't like small talk like that.
I would say 75% of my texts are work related. The rest is just memes.
Yeah, okay, I'm talking
stupid
about like
bullshit.
leisure thing, like leisurely texting. So like texting your friends type of thing, or
So I'm
your
looking
wife.
through, I think, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 texts down, or 8 like conversations down in my text list is the last time I actually had like a conversation with a person. The rest are all work related.
yeah.
Which granted, I text.
Usually, my conversations are about, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" Or "Did you see the football game last night?" Or
So, to me,
stuff
that's
like that.
super
Or
weird.
or not, "Did you see the football game last night?" More like talking with somebody about the game.
My friends and I have recently been talking a lot about My Hero Academia.
Or D&D.
Suicide.
Or D&D,
one.
yeah, we talk a lot about D&D.
Like, "Oh man, that game of D&D was awesome."
Wow. It's almost 2 years to the day since I texted someone.
It's
been
almost been what?
Almost 2 years to the day since I like leisurely
Oh my
texted someone.
god.
Are you serious?
That's probably why I don't have any
think-
friends.
Today I have sent I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 like conversations that I've been involved with today, just on my text.
Christ.
Counting Bicker,
only had
7.
4.
Like 3 or wait, what did I say? 6. 5 out of these are work related though. I'm legally bound and obligated.
Yeah. Work
my
is like I
paycheck.
said, work is different.
Yeah, one's my mom.
Yeah, I didn't count my parents either because I mean like, I don't really conversations with them over text
my
either.
parents
so.
are real people.
I got a text from my granddad.
Granddad,
was-
granddad.
I see shit like that
Granddad.
online a lot. Like I saw something on Reddit, I think yesterday, of somebody mentioning that they taught their grandma to do that bottle flip thing, and then the next day their grandma sent them a video of like a stack of cans and like flipped the water bottle on top of it. I'm like, wait, you just text that to your grandma, or your grandma texts that to you? That's really
My
weird.
grandma just texted me gibberish.
I don't.
My mom would
My
do that.
granddad doesn't understand phones, so he'll randomly call.
Order
And-
corn.
Me and my mom text pretty
It's weird.
regularly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my mom text all the time.
See, kid, for you I understand, but like for somebody when you live with that person, that seems weird. I guess you text your wife though
Well-
too, so it's I don't know.
Well, just because there's a huge portion of the day that we don't see each other.
Oh yeah.
My mom, oh my god, my mom just texted me saying, "Do not." I think she heard me saying that I text her, and I think she
You
knows
should
that I was
bring your
gonna be
mom
like,
on the podcast.
"Do
Yeah,
not."
Mama Maya.
No, I don't need to know specifics. I'm just
No,
like
for example, like
Oh, my
today,
mom said do not too. What's going on?
today, like
Hashtag
her
momcast.
work is doing scholarships or not scholarships, tutoring or not tutoring. What's the word? Internships for students that
Not
go to my
internship.
school. Internships And so I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So I was texting her about that.
Huh. It's just weird. 'Cause, yeah, like I don't text anybody ever. Like I'll message people on GoBicker and be like, hey, when are we doing a podcast? And that is it.
It's weird if I don't have like some kind of daily contact with the outside world, which I understand. Like I've been where you are. No, but I've been there where it's like I don't talk to anybody. But then it just kind of like it's weird. I don't know. I just kind of got a social life, which I hate it.
Group chats are the way to go, dude.
Yeah,
'Cause,
group
like,
chats.
Yeah.
The most
That,
active conversations I have are in a group chat.
But see,
Oh, not group texting is the worst.
yeah, that's what I would think. 'Cause, like if I get to a group, I'm just gonna not say anything unless it's like basically unless it's you guys because you're the only people
we are
I
the
like.
only people worth it.
Yeah, like
the key
last
is just
year,
to assert
I don't have my
memes
Fitbit.
everywhere.
Last
Also
year,
start arguments.
I started a group
Also talk
chat.
over Maya.
Chris, shut the fuck up. I have to cut you out every time anyway. Shut up.
No.
Last
I
year,
refuse.
started a group chat with my friends, like, because we were, like, all kind of friends, but we weren't, like, officially, like, a friend group yet. And we all decided, hey, we're gonna do D&D. So this is a specific thing. Like, opened the group chat, invited everybody in it, and then I was like, hey, this is for D&D stuff only. Like, we're not doing any memes in here. Like, this is just for scheduling. That's
That's
it.
a gateway for just nothing but memes.
And then they fucking bombarded my phone for an entire class period of just memes. And I was like, so that's how this friendship is gonna go. And that's how that friendship went. Or is going, I should say. Hasn't ended yet.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Working on it. I hate these people. I despise them.
Everybody's turning on each other. It's crazy.
Jesus.
I mean, Maya, if we're the same people,
I've known the same group of people for like 15 years. I've never had a problem with like the same 3 people. And then there's pretty much this group of people, work, and 2 people I've known 90% of my life. That's all the contact I have with the outside world.
that's significantly more than I do. So I'm just like, what do you do though? It's like I'm an alien trying to figure out your alien.
How to
How
be
does
a
social
human?
construct work?
That might be the root of a lot of your problems. Like, we're very social creatures, and you're not getting enough socialization.
I don't want to though. That's why I don't get any. Because I'm like, I just don't care.
Maybe you do.
It might be
You
the
just
root.
don't
At this
want
point,
to.
at this point in my life, I literally only want to talk to you guys. Other than that, I'm like, I just don't care.
Aw.
Oh, we matter.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, I think, Terry, you've actually mentioned this before, how whenever you watch videos that, like, we do that you're editing or something like that, that whenever we talk about you, you actually get really happy.
But that's just kind of like a narcissistic ego thing.
I was gonna say that's just Terry being a narcissist.
Yeah,
I think all people are like that, though, aren't they?
to a point. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say.
like, I was
mean,
about to
yeah.
say that I really like that whenever I discover what other people think about me. Because it's less of that, oh, hey, they're talking about me. It's more like, oh my god, I can finally figure out what they actually think.
Yeah, it's like what does the
Yeah.
outside world actually think of me?
Do they
I know, they
actually
think
like
I'm a
me, or do they
doormat.
really hate me?
I know Kit thinks I'm a fucking loser for never being on a date.
Doormats can't go on dates, so it's fine.
Am I a loser too then? Am I a loser too, Kit? Is that you gonna talk shit to
Listen.
me? I'll yell back. I'm not a doormat. I'll fucking kill you, Kit. I swear to God.
First off, I never said anybody was a loser for never going on a date.
But
His
your
eyes
face,
just
But
got
you
real
do
wide.
grimace.
your face did.
I had a face that is very deceptive.
Fake news. Fake news. My face didn't do that. There's no
My
proof.
brother is 33 and just went on dates last year. So
Yeah, I don't want to be like that at all. I
don't
want
wanna
to go
be
on
like
a
your
date.
brother.
No, I'm not saying that you should be like that. I'm just saying that no, I actually
You
understand
can.
it.
It's
There's nothing
okay.
wrong with
And
it.
Kit will
Yeah.
not disown you.
Yeah,
There
I mean,
might
his
be
face
nothing
will.
wrong
He's
with
not-
it, but I don't
He
want
wasn't
it.
my
I want
brother
to go
for
on a
33
date.
years, but now he's my brother. Now that he's gone on a date,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
all I'm trying to say. Now we can accept him again as a
Yeah,
human.
we can accept him into the clan. I didn't mean
Until-
that.
By the way, I'm
Kit-
joking.
Okay.
Terry,
Quit bullying this child.
Terry,
Just
until
because she lives a
one of us
loveless,
goes on a
miserable
date.
life.
Listen, okay, bud. Listen, I'm trying my hardest. That's one of the other things. Like, sometimes it kind of sounds like I'm about to start crying because of my throat, and like it was just one of those instances. I felt like I was giving off like a very offended tone when I didn't mean to. Like, I was joking, but it kind of sounded like you guys struck a nerve when you
Yeah,
did
I do
it.
feel sometimes I
Don't
do kind
worry.
of feel bad. I'll say horrible things about you, and you do that, and I'm like, oh
no.
I'm doing
crossed
this as
the
a
line.
joke.
No.
I'm being mean as a joke. I vaguely respect you people.
I was about to say everything we say on here is a joke, but like the last couple weeks have proven that it's not.
Yeah, no, this is very serious. We are all horrible people.
The last few episodes of Ter-apy have been like, no, it's real.
Telling you about the last few episodes of Ter-apy. Last episode, we were like, what were we doing? We were discussing like existentialism and stuff like that.
The universe.
I had school today. It was whatever. I stayed after later than I normally do, so it was the afternoon. The sun was like kind of setting because it was like
and the sun
3
sets at 2
o'clock
p.m.
when I left. Yeah, the sun sets at 4. So it was like
Jesus.
2:45 when I left the school, and I was like, all right, time to go home. And then I kind of just kept driving, and I didn't go home, and I kind of just kept going. So until I didn't get home, and keep in mind, I live 8 minutes away from my school. I didn't get home until 4 o'clock because I dissociated and I was just driving. It really like let me clear like a lot of stuff out of my head, but like I've never done that before. I've never just impulsively been like, I'm just gonna drive.
I've done that before.
I've done it too.
fun.
I almost got in a car accident recently because I did that kind of thing, but like I did it even more so where I was gone, just like
I just turned and drove, and I drove on the wrong side of the road.
But I needed to change lanes on the freeway, and also I kind of did the thing where you check back, and then all of a sudden I was about to crash into the middle, and then like I almost then finally went after nobody would fucking let me in because everyone's an asshole, and then I almost just fucking ran into somebody else. I had to kind of swerve, and I probably looked like a fucking alcoholic. So. And then like the last like I pretty much since we've started doing Ter-apy on this show, I'll be sitting in the passenger seat because me and my dad go work out and everything a couple times a week, and he'll be driving and I'll be sitting in the passenger seat, and we'll pull out of the parking lot of the gym, and then all of a sudden we're home. And I'm like, huh? Yeah. I don't really have any memory of anything in between, and it's like a 20-minute drive, and I'm just gone. And this is like 2 or 3 times a week. It's nuts.
I do that a lot with work, where it's like if I've got a 2-hour drive, and then I'll just get real existential for about 2 hours and come back and be like, oh, I'm here now. Okay, glad I didn't die while I was on autopilot for the past 2 years, thinking about what a sad boy I can be.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like I went to drive to clear my mind, and then I just didn't think of anything. Like, I just kind of sat there in the quiet.
Isn't that the point of clearing your mind?
I've never, like, gone and cleared my mind before, so I don't really know what the point of clearing your mind is or how you do it, but I did it.
I mean, if you did it, then it's like, that's how you did it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I just,
if you don't think, that's the win.
I can see how just being in the quiet like that would...
It wasn't the quiet, though. There's this one band that always makes me dissociate, but I love their music so much.
I mean, it's quiet from, like, people and other sort of... distractions, because you can really get lost in the music, man. So.
Well, no, and then also like in the middle of driving, I realized like I am normally never alone. You know what I mean? Like living in a house with my parents, my brother, my grandma. Like if I'm here, there's somebody else in the building. Like if I'm at school, there's tons of people around me. If I'm at work, clearly there's a ton of people around me. Like I'm never really just alone, and I was like realizing that while driving because I didn't tell anybody where I was going, and so I realized like, what if I got into like a car accident? Nobody would know where I am, and I was like, that's not like, I know it's a bad thing, but it's also kind of refreshing to be really alone.
I never truly realized how much I appreciate that until I got into a relationship where I saw someone very regularly, because you realize you appreciate alone. At least I do. I enjoy my alone time. I like people to an extent, and I don't mind being social, but boy howdy, just being me, doing my own thing, not having to worry about other people, that's where it's at.
I agree with that. I mean, like
$1 billion%. Kind of that same point a couple weeks ago when I was really bogged with work and really didn't, I kind of have alone time when I'm driving, but a lot of times I'm on the phone with somebody. I came home early from work one day, like 3:30. I just got my car and drove up to the mountains. Didn't tell anybody, just kind of went up to a lake and sat on the lake for like an hour and came home. And I was like, yeah, that was nice. I cleared my mind. Nobody was there. Just kind of chilled out on this cold, cold lake and yelled at the fish and then came home.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that. I think most people are introverts and I'm very extrovert. So.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think I've discussed this before. I used to think I was really introverted. I used to spend all the time that I could, like, by myself. I didn't like social interactions. And then I realized it's because, like, I was very socially awkward and I wasn't friends with the right people. Like, I just didn't have that connection with people.
Yeah.
And then once I had that connection, I realized, holy shit, I'm not an introvert at all. I'm extremely extroverted. I love talking to people. I love people in general. But then, like, taking this drive and made me realize, like, I'm overworking myself. Like, I'm socializing way too much. You just, like, need a break every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess
that is true.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You kind of need a moment to step back and just like do your own thing.
Yeah.
And
What usually cures me from people is going to Walmart.
That's where all the people are. Every American works at Walmart.
And I walk through, and then I'll see somebody doing something. I'm like, God, I can't. Fucking people. Oh, God. Just, no. God, get out of my way. Stop being there. You exist now. Thanks for existing.
I know. I kind of have that same thing, except it's the second I get anywhere, just in general. I'm just like, I hate it. Like I hate the current school I go to, and so every time I get there, the second I get there, I'm looking around, I see all these fucking people, and I'm like, I fucking gross. I hate you all. And I sit down in class, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking be here, and I sit there like that all day until I go home, and then I get home, and I'm like, thank fucking God. Like I'm never more thankful. Like it's like someone just saved my life, and I'm like, oh, thank you, mister. You know, it's just me sitting home not being at school anymore. I'm like, oh, peace and quiet. Thank God, finally.
So something like that actually happened. Like in the mornings, I kind of want to go get breakfast or something like that, so I'll go through a drive-thru, and normally it's like, hey, I went to number 1 or blah blah blah, and just give it to me. I'll give you my card and we can go our merry way. But for whatever reason, everybody now decided that they need to be happy and cheerful, and I'm like, I just rolled out of bed. I don't want you to be like, oh my God, today it's beautiful. I want you to just give me my sandwich and shut up.
Yeah. Is it because it's like, do you feel the need to be friendly back?
Yeah, like I feel like I need to be friendly back, and I don't have the energy for it.
Okay, yeah.
And like I'm like, I haven't had my coffee yet. That's why I'm here, is to get my coffee, so I can feign caring about people.
Yeah.
I think you guys would be shocked how friendly I am in person, but it's all a facade. None of it's real.
Deeply a disturbed
It's me
boy.
before coffee.
But yeah, I'm smiling and nodding and being like, hello. But I sometimes I'll think about it and I'll kind of start laughing, but I've kind of stifle it because I'm thinking of just like, you know, it's like there's a very flat layer of, you know, it's like paper thin, and then behind it is just like the black abyss of space. And I'm like, if only they knew.
Yeah, you kind of put on just like that face. You gotta kind of do that. That's one of those. I try and feign being a very pleasant person when I'm at work, at least for the people that don't work for the company.
Yeah.
So it was like tonight, I was working on something. I was working on a register on the floor, and this woman that come up and asked me a question. I was like, oh yeah, you can just go right over there. And I was like really happy with it. And as soon as that woman walked away, I went back down. I'm like, fucking piece of shit. I'm sort of fucking tired of working on this thing. And the girl standing next to me was like, Jesus Christ. It's night and day.
I have
sometimes
that
happens. Sorry. Sometimes that happens to me.
No, quit being a floor mat.
I'm cashiering and I have this like really, really happy-go-lucky voice. I'm like, thank you for coming. Have a great day. And then as soon as they like turn their back to me and like they're leaving, like I immediately drop the smile and I look dead inside.
Just look at him and go.
Yeah. No, I don't do that. I'm not like angry. It's just like my customer service voice is really grating on my throat because I don't intentionally do it either. I don't know why it happens, but ever since I was little, whenever I would talk to adults, like my voice would raise an octave. Just, I don't know, maybe to be polite. Like and everybody always made fun of me for it because like in the lunch line, whenever the lunch ladies would give me food, I'd be like, thank you. And that's like how high pitched my voice goes. Like, thank you. And then like ever since I started cashiering, like that's just how high my voice goes naturally. And I just can't stop it. And then the bagger's always like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I always talk to my coworkers normally. I'm like, hey, bag the milk. Stuff
but if for whatever reason, imagine like that football thing where you slap asses then too.
I was okay. I was watching the football game yesterday. Why do they always slap each other's asses? Like, why is that a thing? I mean, come on, who wouldn't slap a beefy ass like that? But when did it start? Have you seen football players' asses?
It's a good
Oof.
game slap. It shows that you're doing a good game whenever another guy is willing
But
to
like
slap
you
you in the
couldn't
ass.
do it
why?
like on the back, or I just don't understand why it's on the ass.
Well, you can't feel it on the back because of the pads.
That's true.
That's a good point.
Your
That's
ass is
really
not padded.
Yeah, because like normally you would do like a tap on the shoulder, but
They also do a slap on helmet because you can feel that.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
okay.
Pads you can't.
I mean that seems like a really reasonable explanation.
Yeah, it does.
Is that a legitimate explanation, or did you just pull that out of your ass?
I don't know. No,
makes
actually, that's a
sense.
legitimate explanation. I did sports, so I actually, yeah.
Kid's a sports boy.
Okay, talking about sports, and now I'm on.
It's weird
now,
when baseball players do it, but they're gay, so.
speaking of baseball, I was just thinking about football players' butts, and then it got me to
Naturally.
thinking baseball players have like the best butts, and I don't understand.
And their
how.
pants accentuate it so well. It's those pants that
It's
they wear.
so nice. It's so.
I mean,
Yeah,
What?
I remember in high school, there was one
His
lunch
hot
period
husband.
where these two girls sitting at our big table, they kept showing each other pictures of baseball players' butts.
baseball players have nice butts.
I don't understand
like-
how though. I don't understand what is it the running? Then soccer players would have great butts. Like what about baseball is it that makes you have a
Isn't it
fantastic
the
ass
It's the fact that you run a whole lot,
in a short period of
but-
time? Or
but you also do nothing for 90% of the game.
that's true. So your muscles
So-
like settle, and they're like time to hype up that butt.
No,
They
it's
all have
that it's a
bubble
lot of
butts.
fat because it's not actually a whole lot of actual
They're
muscle.
so juicy.
and then the
I want
pants.
to eat that butt like a burger.
And it's so nice. That was okay. That was my tangent. I love baseball players' butts. I don't really like. Here's the thing. I never really like vocalize my love for physical attributes very often. I love a lot of things about the body. Butts are one of them.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
weird. I clogged a toilet today. Just talking about butts. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
okay, yeah.
Now that you got that little piece of information floating around in your head. Butts are pretty good, yeah.
Okay,
Toilet.
are you tits or ass?
Both.
Oh,
Yeah,
both.
but okay, you can't say both. You gotta be like. There's gotta be a ranking.
Okay.
Which one is
Tits
it?
or ass?
I used to, if you'd ask me like a year ago, my answer would be different. But I think I gotta go with ass.
Okay.
I think like not even looking at it in like a sexual way. Like if you were to look at it purely in a physique way, you would look better having a small chest with a large butt than a large chest with a small butt.
Well, liking
Here we go.
Tits doesn't mean you like large tits, though. There is a difference because
Yeah.
sometimes the size.
But yeah,
some
no,
people
yeah, no,
like bigger
big
ones, some people like
milkers.
smaller ones.
But that's not the
But-
question I'm asking.
But that's not. I know that's not the question you're asking. But she was like, "Well, big tits and small."
Well, I was
ass
just
looks
talking
weird. But I mean, you can have
physique-wise.
nice looking tits that are small, and still have a small butt. So that I mean,
Beautiful episode.
but I'm gonna have to go with
Here.
butt because a girl without an attractive looking butt can ruin it, even if she
Yeah.
has good looking
Ruin.
tits.
Yeah.
ruin it, she says.
Ruin it.
Ruin the look for
Wait,
me.
also wait,
A
wait.
man.
Hey, I know that I don't look that good to anybody,
Yeah,
so
naturally. You're
I'm
beautiful.
whiter than my background.
Not wrong.
I blend. It's weird.
Kid, you
That's
are
why
a
I'm wearing
human
red.
blind.
Yeah, I didn't realize how white I was dressed until all of a sudden I got on the podcast. I was like,
You
oh,
are
fuck.
like, you are God right
ghost.
now.
I am. It's so weird. I'm almost transparent. That's how white I am. So I understand.
What were you gonna say, Terry?
So I don't feel like you gave a real answer. You're just like, well,
Yeah, what's your
If
answer?
they have tits like this and ass like this, and ass like this, it's like that's not an answer. That's
your
just
answer?
saying there's certain combinations that look good. It's like, yeah, no shit, good people look good, but give me an
Yeah,
answer.
hot people are beautiful.
Yeah.
Shocker.
I don't know. Like I don't know because I've never touched either.
It doesn't matter. That's
I
not.
don't know.
This is
You
all.
sad,
This is
lonely
all.
person.
This is
Just
all.
answer it.
This is all
It's not-
savage brain, top level bullshit. That's all.
When you
it
go
is.
to look at somebody, when you're checking somebody out, where does your eye go first?
Exactly.
If you look at something, that's more acceptable than touching something without
Yeah.
permission.
That's
so,
another-
No,
I
I'm,
mean,
I
I'm
don't
talking
just
about
walk
with
around and be
permission.
like-
I'm talking about with permission.
I have never been like, excuse me,
may I take a gander at your bottom, ma'am?
may I?
I want to compare your bottom with your tits to
Let me
see
just
whether or
let
not
me
I like
just-
them.
I don't know, dude.
Let me
Like
just honk this horn.
I'm trying to think about it. I do check out butts a lot.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. I think it would be butts then, because I check out butts more than I check out boobs.
Exactly.
But however, I think the reason why I don't check out boobs is because I know for a fact, being a woman with boobs, I know for a fact, no matter how short you think you're looking, no matter how sly you think you are, we can always tell. There's not an instant when we cannot tell.
I've known that for a long time, and I've just kind of stopped caring.
Yeah. That's why I just
Here's the
wear
thing, though.
sunglasses everywhere.
Here's the thing. I can tell when people. I can feel it, because there's this one shirt that I love to wear, but it's too big for me now, so now it shows a little bit too much cleavage. And one of my friends like constantly like looks at it, and I don't blame him, because it's like, well, it's there. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
blame
exactly
you.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like I think he thinks that I can't tell.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We always. I mean, I can confirm. We always.
It makes
like
like
to
an
pretend.
arrow.
It does.
So it kind of forces your eyes to look at it, and that's just the
Well,
design
also,
of
just
all the
fact
clothes.
that my answer is tits, because tits are great. I think that tits are
Yeah.
way better than asses.
They
Don't get me
are.
wrong. Not discounting the fact that
Oh
they're
yeah,
wonderful.
we can all agree. Both
Just
great.
saying
I'm
that
definitely
when
tits
I'm
above.
looking-
I think I don't. I don't
When
know.
I'm shopping for a car, I look at the wheels first.
FREE, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby.
Thank you for that.
That was a meme for a while.
Not another meme.
Oh God, no more memes.
I can't.
We
I'm
were
not
talking
strong
about
enough.
butts.
I can't get over that Mario one. No.
It's a me, Mario.
The last few weeks.
It makes no sense.
The last
It
few weeks,
hurts.
Kid has had so much trouble with really simple things. Because, like, the topic I was going to bring up, and I probably will still, just to close out the show in a little bit here. I was like, all right, this is what it's going to be. And he's like, but then we do this? I'm like, no, listen, Kid, it's exactly like I said. And Chris said, it's like, it's exactly what he just said. And my kid's like, but...
Are you talking about the other
The topics we shouldn't do topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, I'm okay. First off, I am at
here
work,
we
so
go.
I only get to read like every once in a while, and then I'm like just trying to skim through.
That was like
and,
you. No,
and
that was
y'all-
like the next.
Y'all
message.
like text 20 messages
No.
and like 50%
We're
that
of
was
the.
that wasn't the case that time though. It was like, hey, by the way, this is my topic. Keep it in mind. Try to think of some things over the next few days. And then the next message was you being like, but what? I'm like, it's real simple, Kit.
Well, no, I was asking what your topic was
Yes,
that would cause us
I know.
to need to get other topics.
And I said, the topic was topics we shouldn't do. That was all it was.
And Chris agreed with me, I thought.
Did
No, he agreed with me. He's like, it's what he just said, because it was what I just said.
I don't remember ever even responding to this comment chain, so I don't know who's
Oh.
right.
I can confirm just based on the fact that I'm right.
I remember this happening. I remember watching this unfold. I do not remember weighing my opinion, so I don't know what side I took.
No, you said what he said. Oh wait,
Yeah,
shit,
I thought
don't
that
know.
what
Hold
he
on.
said was
Hold on.
based
that
off of
could
mine.
be to Terry or to Git.
Well, because I'm right, it was to me.
It was to
No,
whoever.
I'm pretty sure it was to me.
It was to whoever gives me $50 first.
I think
Because-
it was to Kit. I think Chris said what he
I don't
said
remember.
in reference to what Kit said, because
I don't
he
know.
said
I'm
we do
refusing
that
to
topic
believe this.
every episode. You a word that I don't want to say.
Oh yeah.
Oh! I still don't remember whose side I took, but I remember this
You sided
conversation
with
now.
Kit.
Mine.
Thank
side.
you,
No.
Maya.
No, it's my
Kid
side.
calls me beautiful more than Terry, so why not?
Well, I'm
Good
a
point.
doormat, so whoever
you're
is
beautiful.
the loudest decides.
It was me. Sided with me.
No, it was me.
It was me!
Oh God.
I have returned!
Okay, you gotta
Oh
stop that.
no.
Speaking about topics, we haven't done one of Kit's topics
Yeah, well-
in like 3 episodes.
No, I think we're just gonna allude to
We'll do
it
it-
for the rest of
Yeah.
existence.
We'll do
and
it
never
next week.
actually
We'll do it
do
next
it.
We'll do it next time.
Listen, if you want to do these topics, do your own show. This is my show.
Okay, you're right.
We're doing the
And this
topics
is
I
my
decide.
therapy session, and you can't take it away.
See, everybody
from me.
has to start a podcast in order to get their therapy hour in.
Yeah,
It's,
listen,
it's
hey,
awesome having a topic that never gets used because then I never have to come up with a
That's
topic.
true. I'm
God, I
so
gotta-
happy
why
that
didn't I
my
think
there are
of that?
currently 2 topics now in the bag.
Yeah.
which is waiting to get done. So Maya and Kit, you don't have to worry about it for a while.
I know,
Chris,
that made me so
you're a
happy.
sack of
Why
shit.
do
I even have
Why
another
do they have
topic
to worry
too.
about it? Why
Because
don't
they
have
came
to, why
up
can't
with
I
them.
worry
They
about
came
it?
up with these topics, and now
Oh.
they
Oh,
can
no.
just sit there until I get around to
I'm
actually
sure
talking
I've
about
come
them.
up with a topic at some point in the 2 years we've been doing this.
I would really hope you would.
You had Yahoo Answers for a while.
I did.
Well, yeah, because he just wanted.
That was my cop out for a topic. Then I
Yeah,
got too
that's
lazy
just
to look at.
more stealing that we do. Because that's all we do is steal.
Yeah, I kind of stole for the Reddit one as well.
I mean, we it's not like we steal. It's just like we take strong inspiration from other
Yeah.
things.
Strong
So-
inspiration, and we
very
copied it
strong.
That's
on that.
stealing with the fancy words.
Oh, I remember. I've been trying to sit here, kind of think of what something I was gonna say. Listen, just because it's called Ter-apy doesn't mean that I'm the only one who has to have therapy. If you guys ever have anything you want to talk through, that's what it's for. It's
Listen.
for us to all be
I
real.
want to die. That's not true.
I'm real sad.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This entire podcast, I'm still very curious about what the secret that Terry can't tell us is.
You know what?
It's
What's
like
gonna wait? You want to know what's gonna make you even more mad?
What?
I've been
No.
tallying how many times I've thought of a new joke related to it. And
No!
I'm up to 4. So
Terry,
I want to know it's so bad.
you're never,
in
it's never
confidence,
gonna
I
happen.
will not judge you.
We won't judge you,
But that's
Terry.
the thing. You don't know it. You will.
No, I
We
won't.
won't judge you.
Yeah, you will.
How would
Listen.
we judge you?
I can't reveal that.
I got some
Trade-
real weird kinks I'm
trade
fixing to
secrets.
talk about.
Can't do it.
Trying to get under your skin. Trying to get the secrets.
Never gonna happen.
Be a
Yeah.
sneaky
This is how
spy.
you. This is how you move on.
It's not. I.
is how it
listen,
works.
oh, hey, wait. Well, you're sub-in-law. Why would I want to move on? Huh? Yeah. Huh? Or
That's how you move on. That's how you get less depressed. Let go of your trade secrets and become a beautiful
maybe
butterfly.
Maybe I'm not depressed about it. Maybe it's just something. Maybe
I
it's
don't
just-
care.
Maybe it's
That's
just
not how therapy
maybe
works.
it's just trade secret. But maybe it does make me depressed. Who knows? I don't know.
I'll tell you my secret if you tell me your secret.
I'll tell you my
I
deepest,
don't wanna-
darkest secret
I
about
don't want to
Kit.
know your secrets. Secrets are secret.
Yeah, you want to know
Don't you-
Kit's secret.
would
I
you
don't know
trade
it, but I know
would you
wanna know
trade
it.
your trade secret if they told you their kinks?
No, they're gonna do it anyway for GoBicker
Shit.
content. Yeah, you're.
yeah,
out of
well,
luck
we're not
on
gonna
that
do
one.
it anymore.
Yeah.
It was a private
Listen,
session.
it'll happen.
Oh.
If
Show
it doesn't
you their
happen on the
kinks.
next episode, it'll happen in August when I turn 21. Because I will be glad to get shit faced and talk about.
Yeah, I'm fine to hold that topic until
Well, it
Terry
gets
can
me wet and wild.
participate.
Yeah.
That's only like 6 months.
we can
8 months.
maybe we can have a part 2 of that. Like we do one,
But
and
what
then
would,
we'll
what
have
would
part
that be?
2.
Because it would only be one additional person talking about kinks, I would assume.
I can come up with a
Get more.
lot of new kinks between now and August.
You come up with them. You're just suddenly attracted to new things.
You can discover new things about yourself.
He's gonna get a piss fetish.
I
Hey.
might. Who knows? Why are you so fascinated on that?
Because
just
it's
funny.
gross.
It's funny, that's why.
And so you think his kink has to be gross?
I mean, have you seen
Listen.
it?
So, speaking of that topic, though, what is y'all's official guess of what mine would be?
I have no idea.
Yes.
I cannot
Yeah,
think of anything.
honestly, Kit, you just
Yes.
seem to be a really
You're
vanilla
an,
dude.
you're an enigma, but I feel like you got some deep, dark secrets hiding down in those
It's
pants.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's because you're wearing a button-down striped shirt. You're
Right,
white.
yeah.
You look like a
'Cause I
vanilla
came from
dude.
where?
He moves those bookshelves back, and it reveals a dungeon of darkness that you do not want to know about.
No matter
not
like,
denying
how
it,
hard
it's
I
true.
try, no matter how hard I try, I cannot picture Kit as like any form of a top. Like yeah, like I can't picture him being like the type that's like,
Wow.
yeah, I like to spank ladies, or like, oh man,
Lady.
lady. Like I can't picture it.
I can't
This
either.
is her retribution for you scoring
Like I
her
just,
out for
here's the
being
thing. I
hopelessly
just think
single.
you're a sub, dude. Like you're a sub sandwich, man.
I don't know.
You gotta
I mean,
accept it,
Kit's
even if
hot
you're
wife.
I
not.
gotta accept it.
Kit's top
Even
wife.
if you're not, you gotta accept it. You're just a sub.
You're a Subway sandwich, bud. You're Jared from Subway.
I've never been.
Don't, Chris. That is mean.
No,
Wait, what did he say?
He called Kit Jared from Subway. That's really mean.
Yikes!
no hard paths.
That would be a bad fetish.
That would be a real
Really?
bad.
Out of all of them, that's
That's
the worst.
the worst.
I think I'm gonna. Okay. The one I'm gonna rank
So we
lower.
have vanilla sub sandwich.
The one I'm gonna rank lower is bestiality, especially if you act on it, because it's like
one of those is illegal.
Both of them are illegal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure both are
of
illegal.
them are
Bestiality?
illegal.
I would just rank bestiality lower because it's just like
I need to make a few phone calls.
I gotta clean some stuff up.
I think they're both like.
oh no, okay, this is like
Sinister.
the opposite end of the tits or ass. It's like they're both terrible, but I think bestiality is worse just because the animal has no fucking clue why this nasty fucking person's fucking them or whatever is going on.
Couldn't you argue that you think it's worse that like a child knows what's happening? This is an adult that they trust.
My thought being the kid is getting just totally screwed over for a long, long time. Their brain is gonna be fucked up, but they can go to therapy and fix it, and that person can rot in prison.
Talk about it on the internet,
and they can talk about it or whatever.
I think I'm gonna have to say that the Jared one's worse.
Yeah.
I think Kitty
Bestiality?
Diddlin is worse.
Kitty Diddlin's at the bottom of the
And
ladder.
It's really bad.
The reason why I'm saying this is because I was forced to see a video of a horse doing a guy.
Oh, no!
And then the guy dying in his car afterwards.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
First off, don't watch it. It's gross.
I won't.
Well, I was saying the general audience of the internet, not just you. But,
I won't.
I,
That's
for one,
my
will
confirmation. That's my RSVP. I will not.
Will
not be
watching
joining
a horse
this one.
diddling.
And so, just because there has been way more deaths from the act of animal retribution, leads me to believe that maybe
Of all the
ones.
animals, why would someone want to bang a horse? Man,
Big-
that
have
is
you ever
big
seen
dick.
the play Equus?
No.
It's about a kid that first sexual experience was on top of a horse.
on top of or with?
He basically uses the horse to masturbate
Hey,
with.
can we move on, please?
Equus is actually a really
can we move
awesome
on, please?
play, and I gave it zero
episode-
justice.
Can we move on, please? Can we just
move
can we just
lower on God's
hard cut
ladder.
move on? Can we hard cut move on, please? This isn't quite frankly, I guess probably isn't any better, but it probably is better. What topics?
Oh, he's got to reach for a prop.
No, it's just my laptop.
He's getting a gun.
What topics should we never do on this show?
Pedophilia.
Pedophilia
But, like-
versus bestiality.
That one, the one we just did.
Literally the last 10 minutes.
Can we do a hard cut? Can we stop? I've never seen that before. You're so desperate to be like, no, end it now.
It was fine talking about it for a second, just as like from a scientific from a distance. The issue was it stopped being scientific from a distance, and all of a sudden I started creating images, and I went, oh god, no.
Yeah,
no.
that's when it gets bad.
Yeah.
So how did he use the horse?
No, I don't want to know.
Number one topic.
Equus.
Number one topic we shouldn't do. Top 10 slurs.
You're right. We shouldn't.
Okay, I was hoping that would get some sort of a laugh. All right, I'll move on.
Well, you already
We
you
already
said
made
the
this
joke.
and I already made the
I
exact
was
same
hoping
joke that I would make.
We're making entertainment. Act a little. Come on. Jesus fuck.
We do that topic
Well,
every
I
episode.
think my top 10 slurs would have
We're
to
not
start
doing
with...
the topic. The topic is a list. Number 2, favorite Nazi.
Ew.
Did not see
Isn't
that
there
one
only
coming.
one?
There's
What?
a lot
Yeah,
of Nazis,
Chris.
Kit.
Kid. Are you kid?
High five, buddy.
Kit.
Kid. Oh,
Michael
Oh, yeah.
Michael Kit.
Michael Keaton.
Keaton.
Michael Keaton. There was more than one Nazi, you fucking idiot.
Michelangelo Keaton.
And then my third one, ranking episodes of Dance Moms by hotness.
Oh no!
No.
Are we ranking them by the moms or the kids though?
I want to
hoping
hope
mom.
the
It
moms.
It would. I mean, the topic, because we should never do it.
Well,
would be
it's
the
the
kids.
hottest
It would be-
episode, right?
I mean, yeah. I always get really disturbed because my mom and my sister really love that show. I mean, probably I think it's mainly just because Abby Lee's an absolute psychopath.
Oh yeah, I used to watch it a lot.
Yeah.
It's like I
But,
didn't
like-
enjoy it. It was just the chaos.
Yeah, it's just, but it's also just like 45 minutes of half-naked children, and it's disturbing. So ranking them by hotness
that
would
on
be a
TV?
topic we should never do. So those are the 3 I came up with.
We should never do.
I was hoping I could come up with more in the meantime, but I couldn't. What are some other topics we should never do?
Bestiality versus pedophilia.
Too late. We already did it.
That
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
We should have done this segment before that one.
Exactly.
I was thinking a thing, and then I was like, we probably have done that before, though.
What?
Which
Go
is
for
ranking the GoBicker members on a level of, like, would bang.
We haven't
ability.
done
Don't
that.
think we've done that though.
We haven't done that?
We
Okay.
haven't.
We probably shouldn't.
Kit,
Probably-
number one.
probably
First of all. Look at that beautiful boy.
It's because I'm so vanilla.
Yeah, he's so he's a mystery.
so vanilla. He's gonna make missionary sex to you on the back of his blue Toyota pickup.
with a sheet with a hole cut in it. And why do you?
Toyota pickup.
It's always a Toyota. It's always a pickup truck. It's always blue, and it's always missionary.
That's very specific.
Very vanilla.
One, I don't even have a pickup truck, so
You live in Texas and don't have a.
Yeah, you
I
have
know,
a,
it's
you live in
weird.
Texas?
yeah. I have a black.
Toyota Camry.
No.
Why did you wait? Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
Toyota
Because I don't know
no,
cars
no,
very
not
well.
you, Maya. My Kit. Kai said, what's your Kit? Kit, wait, I have a black
Kaya.
car.
car.
I didn't even realize he did that.
It has 4 wheels.
Kit, what are
And
you
it
thinking
goes
about?
Zoom.
Kit, do you have
Car.
Kit, do you have a big black dildo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I
doesn't?
do.
All right.
Want me to go grab it? Can we
Can't
show it on
judge.
camera?
I mean, I sort of do, but
Yeah.
save it for the
Best.
post show.
I do not have a black dildo.
Rating.
He has a
toys
blue
should
one.
I
definitely
have a
be-
black penis. Let me.
You see, I instinctively looked away. I'm like, oh shit!
Show me more.
I like how you covered the screen with your hand, too.
I so super didn't want to see Kit's dick.
No.
Like, oh fuck.
Top 10 ways of killing yourself. I think that's one we should never
We've
do.
already
probably-
done
probably
That's
that.
what we've
shouldn't do
already
that
done.
We haven't. No, we haven't.
No, we
No.
haven't done that. We've just came up with
implied
knife
it.
wall, and that should
Yeah,
be
we came
the
up with
end
knife
of
wall,
the.
so we've got number 9. We're down. What's number 9?
Another one I just thought of: funnest animals to torture.
Oh God!
Oh, makes me
again,
sad.
Again, very bad one.
Just a topic
There's
that's
zero.
complete and utter silence.
Got another one.
There's like 0 and then deer.
Which bullets go best through children?
Yikes.
Another bad one.
Wowzers!
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't
Wow. Boy, howdy. Oof. Let's not say those words ever again.
Listen,
Wow.
these are all. Yeah, listen. The whole point. This is all
Maya
things
is
we
a
should.
child.
And listen, she's at.
Who
How
has
would
the
bullets-
hottest sister?
Which-
I don't have a sister
I feel-
though.
I don't have a sister.
I have 2, and Kit. They're both underage.
Oh no.
So again,
Kit.
so it's a
So,
good. So
by
that's the
default-
topic we shouldn't do.
fits
By
the topic
default,
perfectly.
Kit has the hottest sister.
No. Well, yeah. I gotta be careful.
No, let's not do this. That's the point.
But
Do
yeah,
not
the-
do it, right?
That's what I was trying to get back to, but all of a sudden I started agreeing or not agreeing or whatever, and it just. I thought of another bad one.
What?
Best. I think I'd have worded it exactly too, because I'm like, best place to secretly leave cum.
Oh no!
Yeah,
No.
I know.
That's nasty.
Again, probably
Kate,
shouldn't do that
there's
one.
definitely an answer on that one.
Like, would it be like?
No, we're not elaborating.
We're not talking about this.
We're not elaborating.
We're We're
That's
actively blacklisting.
Another
things
topic we
can
should
talk
never
about.
do. Any sort of elaboration on any of the topics I've mentioned now.
I want to elaborate a lot. I want to have a blacklist podcast where we talk about all of these things.
I thought of another bad one.
I don't want to do the Dance Moms Hottest ones. I really don't.
I don't want to do any of
I've
these.
never seen that show, and I don't ever want to see that show, especially from.
It's
y'all's
disturbing.
review.
I don't know. Top 10 worst black people. It's really not great.
Yeah, definitely can't do that one.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
Top 10 reasons we should build a wall.
That one's probably the tamest of all of these, but yeah, I probably shouldn't do that one.
Number 1 reason for that would be so that we can end the shutdown. Holy cow!
Oh, politics, am I right?
It's bad.
I just want my tax returns, man.
Yeah, let's just build that wall so we can get taxes.
Just-
Damn.
I want my money. Just build your stupid wall. I don't care.
I mean, I still have to pay for them.
How to skin your
You're still
family.
alive. Don't worry.
This is a pretty bad one.
That's not great.
how to train your
Oh
dragon.
yeah, they
how
don't
to
have to
skin
be
your
like top
family.
tens either. I guess they can just
Yeah,
be like things
just,
like
just
that.
topics you shouldn't bring up, just in general.
How to hide a bomb in a populated area.
Yeah, I thought a similar one,
that's
but I
a good
didn't
one.
want to say it because of the FBI. But yeah,
FBI.
mine was more
Ter-apy.
mine was more
Schools to shoot up.
specific to an area, but it's the same idea. How to commit elder abuse.
Oh God.
Which cartoon animals are the hottest?
That's not a good one.
Oof.
Except we know that Kit has a very definitive top 10 or at least number one answer.
I think I actually did a top 10 at one point.
Oof. You are a furry. That is
You're
what it comes
so
down to.
furry.
Kit, if you're not
I'm
a
vanilla.
furry,
I can't be a furry.
you are a very vanilla furry. But
How to make meth. That's probably not a good one.
How do you make meth?
I don't.
having seen Breaking Bad,
It's just you
don't
mix.
have
You
an
just
answer.
pour shit into a.
You get in
beaker.
your
You just keep-
underwear and you
yeah,
go
you get
into
in
the
your
desert
underwear,
with a
you go out in the
van.
middle of the desert, you pour a bunch of stuff into a pan and you cook it.
Pretty much, yeah. Funnest family member to fuck.
I don't like that.
I know. Well, good, Maya. You're not fucking supposed to.
Top 10 hottest cousins.
Ew.
Number one.
Who has
Does it have to be my cousin or can it be
That's
somebody
10
else's
It's
cousin?
gotta be
I
your
mean,
cousin.
it'd be
Gotta
implied
show
as your
off the hot cousin.
number 15?
Ricky.
Man's hung like a horse.
Ew.
Just to make you all uncomfortable.
Jesus, a topic we should never bring up.
I mean, yeah. Real talk.
we've done
it's
it.
like anything political, anything religion, just anything, just or any, just remotely, just.
Wasn't there an episode that me and Terry had an argument whether or not everybody's considered saints if they're in heaven?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
wow.
true.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that one. That was a while ago.
So I feel like we've had
We've had our fair share of religious debates. We got kind of religious
Yeah.
on the last episode, didn't we?
It's just like
we've had one,
It's
maybe
like
two.
one, and then like last episode was just kind of like, is there like a god, man?
Universe.
So I wouldn't say that counts either.
See, the problem that I have with this topic that we currently are on is that I'm almost willing to talk about almost anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
it's just like it's for whatever reason just this dumb thought exercise of what is just the worst thing you can come up with, and I don't know why.
And that's the reason.
Ooh,
that's
ooh,
what
ooh,
I'm trying
really
to think of
in
stuff that I
detail.
actually would never talk about.
Really in detail, how to masturbate.
I'm pretty sure Terry did that.
Yeah. We already done that topic. Socks off episode.
It's true.
But he wasn't really in detail,
Yeah, I
and we
feel like-
should keep it that way.
I feel like even within that
You lick your
joke, I
palm.
could have
I
gotten
mean, if
like
you're
more.
telling me you
Yeah.
never... Yeah, you look... Oh, yeah, I guess that. Just like, you can't go in dry.
If it's dry, I mean, it's just.
Ah. You take your socks off. And you gotta get the other one, too. Ah.
Yeah. Fire with it.
You gotta
I
scream.
don't like that.
Remember to scream.
I don't like that face that you made.
His war face.
You know,
War face.
a topic we should never do. That's going to be the most tamest topic, but we should still never do it.
Okay.
Favorite type of trees.
Yeah, that's
You know
actually
what my least
that's-
favorite
yeah.
type? Fucking underwater ones.
You're pussy.
What?
Oh
don't
fuck, he
belong
wasn't there
there.
for that.
Yeah, you
wasn't
weren't
there
a part
for
of
that.
that. That was one of
Oh.
the most
That was a
sacred
piece of
moments on this
history.
entire show.
Yeah, that's like
Maya's terrified of trees that are
I have a
underwater.
phobia of trees underwater.
Okay.
They don't belong there. They
gotta go back.
shouldn't be there.
You're so
A
dumb.
personal one that I think that we should never do is one about octopuses. Speaking of fears.
Our worst
Well,
phobias.
I mean, this
that would
is-
actually be a good podcast.
this is an
That would be a
interesting
good
one.
topic.
We've already done,
We've
I'm
done
fairly
phobias,
certain.
but the idea of like just things that we're totally uninformed about and stuff that would like trees that would just be boring.
Literally every single episode.
But like I mean,
What's
just
your
like
favorite
real
type of
uninformed.
flora?
Of
I'm
what?
very passionate
Weed.
about my favorite type of flower.
Oh, Flora. I think said Laura. I'm like, who the fuck's Laura?
Florida.
Florida?
Yeah, flora.
Like the state?
What?
Florida?
Flora and
What's
fauna.
a flora?
It's
Like
plant
plants and
life.
animals. Flora and fauna.
Yeah, flora and fauna. It's plants and animals.
Remember, hey Chris, remember a couple episodes ago when you said, "Believe it or not, Kit is the smartest person in GoBicker." You regret saying that now?
I
Surprisingly,
know
he still
random
might be.
things, not everything, thank you.
It's really,
Biology.
I'm really surprised you don't know.
Biology is not one of my strong suits. Aerodynamics and random facts about the Golden Girls are.
Yes.
I almost bought a Golden Girls shirt today.
Ooh, hottest golden curl.
You should have. That one's a
I'd
topic
be-
we
I'd-
definitely should do.
I would be willing to do that one.
Rating old
It's-
TV
and
show
by the way,
hotties.
the
And Betty
answer-
White is
by the way,
objectively
The answer
the
is
hottest.
Dorothy.
Oh no, it's Betty
Dorothy's
White.
my
Come on.
favorite.
It's Rose.
Yeah, she's the one I just want to spend the rest of my life with. Rest of her life. Sorry. she's
All 5
she's
minutes
pretty,
of it.
pretty old.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point of the show.
The one that's supposed to be the hot one isn't the hot one. That's weird.
Blanche is just weird.
Yeah, like Blanche would be out of all of them the one that's like on the bottom of my list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
because like
put the
you know you're gonna get a
the
good
super
giggle.
old lady.
Yeah,
above
Sophia is like you're gonna have
Sophia.
a fun time. Like she's gonna make you laugh. She's gonna say some wacky wild shit. She's probably gonna drop some slurs, and so it's gonna be like the danger and the kind of ooh bad girl,
She's gonna be like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be that vanilla.
But then, and then
hop
like
on.
in like Betty White's character, who's Rose. Rose is just kind of a fucking ditz. So you know that it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be fun. Like
You remember that episode when Rose killed somebody by banging him?
no, I don't.
Apparently, it happened
shit.
twice.
Yeah, that's an episode in Golden
Yeah.
Girls. She killed a dude by banging him.
Yeah, and that's how
Gave him a heart
her
attack.
husband died too.
Yeah.
Was that
Holy shit.
same way?
They were
And so
banging.
she has like this crisis, thinking that
Yeah.
she kills people.
Yeah,
by
she has an
banging them.
existential crisis.
Oh my god.
And
What a,
yeah,
good show.
What
Golden
a
Girls is a
wacky
good
show. Holy shit. It's weird
We
that
should
like
watch Golden Girls.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we
like,
should do a Golden Girls recap. I think we've got something here.
I think we've got a
And
Hulu.
then
It's on
after
Hulu.
that, we can move to MASH.
Oh, I'm down
Gladly.
for that. I love MASH. MASH is my
MASH is
favorite
fucking
show
great.
in the entire
My
universe.
dad loves that show.
It is the best
I mean,
show.
yes, if you're a dad, you have to legally love
That's
MASH. That's part of the deal. That's when you're born, when your child is born, you sign the contract, and then you get flooded with the information that like, oh yes, MASH, I love MASH. and
And
sometimes,
then you get a Home Depot.
you get you own
fucking-
your own Home Depot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have MASH on DVD right over here with arm's reach.
Is it the movie or
No, this is the TV show.
Show, yeah.
Ooh.
I've got the whole.
Nobody
I've got the
gives a
whole
fuck about the
collection. Actually, this is season 2.
Also, the movie plays into our topics that we talk about a lot.
Does it?
Suicide is painless
Oh, I mean that's just like
Top
a theme.
10 wars
because the
we should
entire
be
movie
involved
is
in.
about a guy that's trying to kill himself and then decides not to at the end, or does.
Spoilers.
Spoilers for a
Give away
30-year-old,
spoilers.
40-year-old movie.
Not old.
50-year-old
Yeah.
movie, I think. Old movie.
It's old AF.
A-F. Affleck.
It's like
I didn't expect to get. I was expecting like maybe like one chuckle and that was it.
I just
I didn't expect to get this reaction.
I don't get your brain like this.
I've made
You
this
could literally
joke
see
several
the
times.
thought process
Yeah.
developing
Yeah,
You
in
can.
real time.
It's exactly like my breasts to bobbles. Like I've played the 6 degrees of separation before.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
do it like
yeah.
really fast, like out loud. And you're
Ah,
like, bubble. it's like we're not buzzing in. You can just elaborate, speak your mind. It's okay.
No,
That's the bubbles.
Bobbles.
no bobbles.
Wow, yeah, kid, you missed a lot.
B-O-B-B-L-E-S.
I'm realizing just like
Yeah, you
I
I
didn't
wasn't
know
here for
either.
the first half of our company.
yeah,
That's so
weird.
crazy because we reference a lot of jokes from the first half. Don't
Yeah, I feel like like part of like our Patreon is like
Yeah,
things like
Diet
bobbles
Bubbles.
and well even some
Our
shit that's older
subreddit
like
that
oop
nobody
dads and-
uses that I spent weeks carving out of stone.
Yeah, r/bobbles. Go
is
there and
literally
post shit.
r/bobbles.
Go there, post things. Post bobbles.
Post memes. Post
Not-
GoBicker.
not-
Can you imagine? I would love to see what GoBicker memes would be.
I'm going to r/bubble.
You know what I have even closer than before?
A knife, a gun,
A gun.
a gun.
Coming back, baby.
It's high
Isn't it-
noon.
He's scared that one day it's gonna be a real gun,
Isn't
and he's just gonna.
Baby is kind of a weird word because you can be like talking about a baby, like an infant, but also you can be like, "Hey, baby," and be like, like kind of like an Italian kind of like mobster type guy, but also you could be like kind of like a "Hey, baby," like kind of like a creepy guy trying to be sensual.
Ugh.
It's weird. It's like you can do all three of them, but like just the way you say
Yeah.
it can.
I feel like
crazy.
baby is one of the words that is the most creepiest to say. Also,
But-
daddy.
Yeah,
during
okay,
sex.
but it depends on the
And
context.
the reason why is because the only thing that you're doing when you say "Hey, baby" is you are comparing them to a baby.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose, yeah.
His mind is an interesting.
But then
place.
again, but if you're trying to be like, again, it'd be like, "Hey, baby." It's like you're just
Hey,
like,
baby.
like we're going to the top, baby. It's like it's not your
Baby.
it's not like a weird like creepy sex thing. It's just like, "Hey, baby, we're going to the top
Hey,
of the
baby.
world."
That's my favorite way of saying the word baby.
It's
baby.
like, yeah, it's like
Oh, yeah,
the, it's like the only-
BAYBEEE.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Three
like the only
E's.
socially
Baby.
acceptable way to say it, unless you're talking about an infant.
Baby.
Ooh, thought of another topic. How to punt a baby.
Oh, I got some answers for this one.
I mean, it's
I
not.
have thought about this extensively.
Have I mentioned that I don't like kids?
Jesus Christ.
Kid's never
fucking
gonna
worse.
be a dad.
You're
That's a
never
kind
gonna
of a
be able to
shame.
truly appreciate MASH.
Is it? It's
You'll
I-
never
kid-
truly go to Home Depot with the sudden urge to build a deck.
I hope you
I
have kids.
do that anyways.
I hope you have kids, Kit.
Kit has got to
Because-
have a big deck.
I want Kit.
Oh, I got a big
God.
deck.
Stop.
Stop it!
I just want to.
Enough.
I want Kit's brain juices to be passed on to the next generation. I think the world needs, when Kit's
Kit
old and
2.0.
wrinkled in a few years, because he's old as fuck. I got him.
3 years when he finally retires.
I want
His
the
old
next
wrinkled
generation
finger.
of GoBicker or whoever. I want them to have their own kit.
God, it would require all of us to have children, which is a lot of work
Well,
to continue your dream.
I think. I think the only person really needs to go on is Kit. The rest of us, like,
Yeah,
take it or leave it.
Kit, you just need to have 4
My
children.
genes don't need to be passed down.
Yeah,
No.
your stroke juices.
I don't like that phrase
That
at
was really
all.
not great.
Those were not the words
That's
that meant to come out
not
of my mouth.
good.
Yeah.
Stroke juices.
Got a new bad
Do you know
word that I'm never gonna say again. Hey,
I feel
baby.
like one of the topics that we should not talk about is things that almost crossed the line.
No,
Like
that-
get
no, things,
super, super close, but don't, because inevitably we will cross that line.
things that almost cross the line.
We will jump past
fine.
it.
Things that almost cross the line are funny.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
you're
no,
so
but,
close.
but we shouldn't make that a topic because we probably me will be like, oh yeah, here, and then I'll leap over it, and then I'll be
He
like,
will do leaps and bounds over the line.
But
You're
like,
gonna fucking jump it.
I'm gonna pull the whole fucking
Vaulted
line,
the
dude.
line.
everybody's like inching there, and I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah, it's like we're slowly, we're like crawling, and then we turn around. We hear like clop, 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 as Kit's running with a pole. He just leaps.
I got this.
Talking about clops and sneaking. So
The Amish Mafia is here.
I think a good topic would be the worst class and race combinations for D&D because
God,
one
I
of,
thought we
one
were
of my
getting
friends. So here's the thing.
super
That
racist.
line.
Let me tell you about
Here's
poor
me
black
about
people.
to run up.
No,
Like, oh, math and
No.
You said
Math and Indian.
about to leap that shit.
I was thinking like class and society, so it's like, oh, rich black people, oh, they overstepping their bounds.
no.
That's exactly what
And I was like,
'Cause
geez, Maya.
I'm holding a D&D, like I'm gonna be a DM soon, and one of my players really wanted to be a fucking centaur, centaur rogue. And I was like,
Pretty much whatever we
you
chose
cannot
for
be a centaur
Bard
rogue.
Squad is gonna be the worst.
I don't know, a robot.
Well, you
robot
can't be a
bard,
centaur
right?
rogue, though. That's the thing.
Exactly. Like I told her, I was like, you're gonna get disadvantage on all your sneak attacks, no matter
No,
what.
well, you can do it.
It's gonna be-
because a rogue isn't always somebody who's sneaking. That's what everybody primarily thinks about us. But you can also be a rogue that just does like a utility rogue.
Ooh, but
that's
here's
good
another
at
thing.
opening doors, doing other things like that.
You can sneak because no one thinks you're sneaking because you're a fucking centaur. Someone's like, well, surely they're not sneaking around. That'd be stupid. They're a fucking centaur.
And-
But then they are.
I've played rogues
Mind
all the
games.
time that are absolutely terrible at sneaking, but they're really good at backstabbing. Because you can just flank somebody, and then if you backstab somebody with an axe, you get the axe damage
But still-
plus all the...
It's the same idea as you running up at the pole vault, where it's just like people like standing around, then you're
Yeah.
get them all back into that.
You get
like-
your sneak attack bonus whenever you're flanking somebody because they're not
everyone's
paying
just so
attention to
taken
you.
aback by what's going on. They don't have time to react. Therefore, you don't need to sneak up.
Yeah, it's
So
perfect
fighter
flawless.
rogue is best class combination, and then if you can wield a giant axe, I'm good with it.
Chris, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are
I
you
am
doing?
itching my leg
Yeah, but why does it look like it's so painful?
because it was a real bad itch.
So that's why you're like, oh my, like it's so bad. Oh.
I was digging deep into it, but yeah, my leg feels.
Do you guys know anybody who, when they scratch their feet, it like sounds like they're scraping concrete? You ever
What?
had that? Heard that?
No. I
Oh,
don't
it's
tend
horrible.
to hear
My-
people scratch their feet.
It's
No,
like my
Please don't demonstrate.
yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like, why is your foot
Yeah.
so like solid?
I walk around with bare feet all the time, and so like I
I've
walk
got
around on
this-
concrete and stuff, and it's hot, and
I think Ken has a foot
I hate
fetish.
socks and shoes. Foot fetish.
He does. Do you see his eyes? He does.
How am I vanilla and then have a foot fetish?
No, that's it. That's it. You cracked the code. Holy shit, Terry, you cracked the code. Terry, Kid has a foot fetish.
Terry can see your fetishes in your eyes.
Sucks his hot wife toes.
This is the reason why I
Okay.
don't have a camera on, because then you can't accurately guess things. Because
don't-
my eyes
Okay,
tell
okay,
it all.
okay.
Terry.
So
I bet you'd be really obvious, or it's like
Oh, I
you like this, and
absolutely
she'd be
am.
like, no.
No, seriously, I do that. I started doing that as a joke, and now I genuinely do the eye bounce thing, like. And then people
So-
think that I'm joking, but I'm not. And I actually and they guess it right.
so foot fetish thing. A little preview. It is definitely not that. Like I do not have a foot fetish. Like I 100% promise I do not have a foot
Just the
fetish.
toes.
I will gladly say what it
specifically
is.
the toes.
But one of
It's
my
butts.
favorite parts of my wife
Is her
is the bottom of her feet. Not in a
can't.
sexual way.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
not in a sexual way.
Can't.
Her feet are super soft. And so like we'll be laying in bed and like my foot will touch hers and I'll just kind of grace along and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's so soft and just comforting." Like I don't know why that is, but it's not
Kid gets a
sexual at
boner
all.
when he
was gonna
feels
Like
his
not sexual.
wife's feet.
I was gonna say the same thing. Oh,
And
no.
then I'm ready to go missionary in my truck.
Exactly. Get your coat, baby. Time to go outside.
Pickup truck. We had to go out.
I thought I told you to wear socks if you didn't want this to happen.
Jesus.
Wear socks. It's your protection. Dude, socks are just condoms for your feet.
But not a foot fetish. I'm gonna throw that out there.
I need a drink.
So if you didn't know, this is the worst podcast on the internet. Not really, but kind of. Remember, you can go to patreon.com/GoBicker and donate at even the $1 level, and you get shit like this early. So early, in fact, that you can watch it live as we record it. And of course, if you upgrade to the $5 level, then you also get Discord access, which is fun because, like, even though I don't text anyone ever, I do use Discord a lot. So you can chat with me and all these other chuckle fucks here. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You've been using that word a lot lately.
I like it.
It's a good word.
good word.
It's a good
Yeah.
word.
It's a
But
good
yeah,
word.
you said it the other day and you said it again.
Yeah, I like it. That's why I said it.
It sticks.
Yeah, it has like a good like
Fuckle Chuck.
little bounce to it. I
Chickle
think.
fucks.
Chuckle fuck. And then of course we have GoBicker.com/shop where you can get things like flowers edited, Kit the Defender of Justice, flesh
And
horses,
soon, your beautiful shirt.
and soon Kit talking about "fuck you, you're beautiful," which I think will be pretty motivational for a lot of people. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to audio services of your choice, whether it be Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, or probably any of the other ones. I don't know why you'd use any of the other ones. That's about it.
internet.
Leave a rating,
Go
like,
Wicker.
subscribe, whatever the fuck you do on these audio services. I don't know. We'll be back next week with more Ter-apy, probably.
Yay!
We're
Because
gonna
like,
talk about our sadness.
well, here's the thing, yeah, because like I said earlier, I'm starting school on Wednesday this week. It's not gonna be good. We tell you that. So we
Terry's gonna
got
be
more
real
to come.
sad.
Plus other topics, including the one we've had for weeks, which I won't reveal now. It's
Ooh.
another trade secret.
Spicy.
Ha 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 ha.
I still want to know. Okay, we're gonna pry at Terry
We're-
behind the scenes.
yeah.
I'm gonna get my crowbar
so
out and I'm gonna find out Terry's
If you want to
deep,
know
dark
how they're
secret.
going to try to pry and fail to see what I'm talking about, tune into the post show at patreon.com/GoBicker. That's all for now.
Bigger.
Thank you and goodbye.
Bye bye.